Words and affirmations are the building blocks of creation, holding the power to shape your reality and transform your life. Being a bridge, words connect your inner intentions with the external reality you desire to create. They carry energy and meaning, transforming thoughts and emotions into actionable vibrations that shape your experiences. By deliberately choosing words that affirm your goals and aspirations, you shift your focus from fear to possibility, crafting a mental blueprint for success. And affirmations are seeds of intention, fostering self-belief, nurturing resilience, and helping you embody the energy of what you desire to attract. As you engage with them consistently, affirmations bridge the gap between where you are and where you aspire to be, amplifying your ability to co-create a life of fulfillment and purpose. Through the transformative practice of building with affirmations, you step fully into your power, reclaiming your role as the creator of your reality. Today's affirmation:
I am a sovereign point of consciousness, freely asking and effortlessly receiving. As Source perfectly responds to every desire, creating a world of harmony, expansion, and infinite fulfillment. I am fully aware that my desires are the compass guiding my expansion. Every thought I think, every preference I hold, and every vision I entertain is acknowledged by the infinite intelligence that responds to my asking. I do not need to force, chase, or struggle. My only role is to allow. As I tune myself to the vibrational essence of what I seek, I feel the energy of Source moving through me, orchestrating circumstances, ideas, and inspirations that align with my desires. I recognize that asking is not a sign of lack, but of expansion, and receiving is not a matter of worthiness, but of alignment. In this knowing, I release doubt and open myself to the effortless flow of well-being, where everything I ask for is already forming, waiting for me to step into its reality. With each fulfilled desire, I witness the perfection of this balanced universe, where no request diminishes another, and no dream is too grand for the infinite nature of Source. My asking does not disrupt the harmony of existence, it enhances it. Every being, like me, holds the power to choose, to create, and to receive, and in that freedom, a natural equilibrium emerges. The more I allow my own fulfillment, the more I inspire others to claim theirs, for expansion is never solitary, it ripples endlessly. I stand in appreciation of this divine dance, knowing that as I follow what calls to me, I contribute to the ever-unfolding masterpiece of creation, where abundance is limitless, and joy is the natural state of all that exists.
Poetic landscapes, inspiring stories, mindful insights, conscious creating. Whether you're seeking tips, tidbits, or techniques to elevate your life, become leading-edge creators, or gain a deeper understanding of law of attraction, this space is dedicated to supporting your journey, where every thought is a seed and every feeling is a blossom, in the garden of endless possibilities. Stay tuned.
How would you know you're seeing clearly if you didn't see not clearly? How would you appreciate the clarity that you found if you hadn't lived in some sort of discord? How could you live other than living in alignment with Source? Source never limits your desires or aspirations.
Welcome to Infinite Consciousness, a daily inspirational podcast that's dedicated to helping you manifest your dreams faster through law of attraction. Thank you for joining us. We're thrilled to have you here.
To be conscious is to perceive, to desire, to differentiate, and to ask. In the very asking, Source answers. This is the foundation of a universe built on freedom, expansion, and infinite abundance. Every being, whether human, animal, or any other point of awareness, is constantly engaged in the process of defining preferences. This is not a flaw but an inherent function of existence. Without individual desires arising from unique vantage points, there would be no expansion, no evolution, and no creative unfolding of reality. When you recognize that asking is given, you begin to understand the dynamic perfection of this system. No request goes unheard. No desire is left unanswered. The act of wanting, whether subtle or grand, sets into motion an energetic response from Source, which immediately moves to fulfill it. This is not a selective process. It is universal law.
Thoughts in bloom. If it is true. If it is true, and it is, that when I, a point of light, a whisper in the vast abyss, ask with faith, my path turns bright. Then can you see the golden thread, woven through this grand design? Each voice that calls is always fed by Source's endless, flowing vine. No cry is lost, no wish ignored, no dream too small, no heart unseen. The moment longing is outpoured, a stream of answers rides between. For every eye that seeks the dawn, for every hand that reaches high, the boundless currents rush upon the silent echoes of the sky. And if all ask, yet all receive, what greater balance could there be? Each selfish spark, when left to weave, becomes the fabric, wild and free. Not war, not lack, nor hollow strife, but harmony in choice expressed. Each soul creates, expands its life, by following what feels the best. No claim on space, no need to fight, no need to dim another's glow. For Source makes room for every light, and lets them each uniquely grow. So trust the rhythm, trust the flow, the pulsing beat of all desire. For as we ask, the answers show, each one a spark, yet all the fire.
Prepare to be taken on a journey where anything is possible, and every turn brings you closer to a spark of curiosity, a twist of tale, or a choice that changes everything.
A woman stands barefoot at the edge of a meadow, feeling the pulse of life around her. This is Lera's story, a meditation on the profound yet simple relationship between asking and receiving. Through Lera's eyes, we explore what happens when we approach the universe with clarity instead of desperation. She recalls her first conscious experiment with manifestation, a simple request for a peaceful retreat that manifested effortlessly as a friend's cottage offered for summer use. This moment taught her that she didn't need to struggle or prove her worthiness. She simply needed to ask clearly and trust completely. When Lera follows a butterfly to an ancient oak where a wise man awaits, the story transforms into a masterclass on universal law. Every flower, every tree, every bird, the old man explains, they all ask and are answered without resistance. Nature demonstrates perfect trust. The sunflower never questions whether the sun will rise, and the river never begs the mountain to release its streams. But what about those who ask yet seem not to receive? The wise man's answer cuts to the heart of manifestation struggles. They receive always, but not in ways they recognize. Some hold doubts so tightly they cannot see the path unfolding. Others focus on the absence rather than the possibility. The missing ingredient isn't a complex technique, but simple trust.
Leora stood at the edge of the meadow, her bare feet sinking into the cool earth as a soft breeze carried the scent of blooming wildflowers. She closed her eyes, feeling the pulse of life around her, the hum of unseen energy weaving through every leaf, every blade of grass, and every breath she took. She had always known, deep within, that she was more than just a traveler moving through time and space. She was a creator, a sovereign point of consciousness, shaping her reality with every thought, every desire, and every expectation. She had tested this truth before. The first time she had truly asked, not in desperation, but in clarity, she had felt the immediate shift. It had been a simple request, a small whisper of longing for a peaceful place where she could think, undisturbed by the noise of the world. Within days, an opportunity had unfolded effortlessly. A friend offered her a secluded cottage for the summer, nestled between the hills and the sea. That was when she knew. She did not need to beg, to struggle, or to prove her worthiness. She simply needed to ask, and Source would answer. Now, standing in this vast expanse of golden light, Leora felt a new desire rising within her. It was not a request for things, nor even for experiences, but for a deeper understanding of this limitless dance between asking and receiving. She wanted to feel it more profoundly, to embody it so fully that she would never again doubt the perfection of this universal design. And so, she asked. With no more than a gentle thought, she sent out her request. Show me the ease of it. Show me how it all flows, how every desire is met without effort or resistance. The moment the thought formed, the answer began unfolding. A butterfly flitted past her face, its iridescent wings catching the sunlight, and she felt an almost magnetic pull to follow it. Without questioning, she allowed her feet to move, stepping lightly through the tall grass, drawn forward by an unseen rhythm. She worked for what felt like only minutes before she arrived at the base of an ancient oak, its roots sprawling like fingers across the earth. Resting against its trunk was an old man, his eyes closed, his breath steady, as if he had been waiting for her. Liara hesitated, but he opened his eyes and smiled. You have asked, he said simply, and so, you have been answered. She knelt before him, not out of reverence, but in recognition. How is it so easy? She asked. How does the universe always seem to respond? The man chuckled. Because it is law, and because it is simple. He gestured to the meadow. Every flower here, every tree, every bud. They all ask and are answered without resistance. The sunflower does not question whether the sun will rise. The river does not beg the mountain to release its streams. They simply allow. Liara listened, letting his words settle into her being. She had always known this truth, but hearing it spoken so plainly made it feel even more real. But what about those who ask and do not receive? She questioned. Those who long for something but never seem to find it. The man's eyes twinkled. They receive, always, but not in ways they recognize. Some ask, but hold doubt so tightly that they cannot see the path unfolding before them. Some focus on the absence of what they want, rather than the presence of its possibility. Asking is always answered, but receiving requires trust. Liara exhaled, feeling something within her shift. She had spent so long trying to understand the process, but the understanding was not necessary for it to walk. She simply needed to allow. She closed her eyes again, feeling the energy around her, the hum of the universe, the steady, unwavering response of Source. She thought of what she desired next, not with longing, but with certainty. A new path, a new adventure, a life filled with even greater expansion. And as soon as she asked, she felt it begin. She opened her eyes to find the old man had disappeared, but she was not surprised. He had been an answer, a reflection of the very truth she had sought. She stood, stretching her arms toward the sky, feeling the limitless nature of her own existence. She smiled, knowing now, beyond doubt, that she was never alone in her asking. Every step she took, every desire she formed, was always supported, always answered, always guiding her towards something more. And with that knowing, she worked forward, ready to receive. Everyone is equally empowered to ask and equally met with a response. There is no true competition or imbalance. Only an ever-expanding field of creation where desires are fulfilled without taking from another. When each person follows their own joy and Source responds accordingly, the world organizes itself harmoniously, proving that true balance is achieved not through control or limitation, but through the infinite availability of answers to all who ask.
And now, your tip for today.
Whenever any point of consciousness asks, it is given, then the perfection of the self-focused nature of existence becomes evident. Every perspective has the ability to ask, and every request is met with a response. When all beings are individually choosing and Source is continually answering, the result is a naturally balanced and ever-expanding reality.
Love this tip of infinite consciousness? Desire more? Never miss an opportunity to deepen your understanding and alignment. It's a beacon for those seeking to illuminate their path and live a life resonating with deliberate leading-edge creators. Head over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe. By tuning in, you can expect to find inspiration, support, and guidance on your journey to living a life that is authentically yours. Furthermore, it not only explores the poetic landscapes of growth and manifestation, but also provides tangible techniques to bloom your desires into reality. Embrace the wisdom and continue on the journey of crafting a crystal clear life. You are appreciated. Thank you.